The first time I saw Amora, she was huddled on the ground, her arms wrapped tight around her knees. Her bare feet were caked with dirt, and her face was hidden behind knotted, messy hair. A woman stood over her, screaming, the crack of a belt echoing off the walls of the narrow street. "You think you can embarrass me like that?" the woman yelled, her voice sharp enough to make me stop in my tracks. "After everything I've done for you? Stupid, ungrateful child." Amora didn't move. She didn't flinch. She just stayed curled up, so still it didn't seem natural for a kid. I felt my chest tighten. I was just walking home with groceries, but I couldn't pretend I didn't see this. "Hey!" I called, stepping toward them. "What are you doing?" The woman turned to me, her face twisted with anger. Her scarf was pulled tight across her forehead, and her thick arms clenched the belt like she was daring me to come closer. "Who are you to ask me that?" she snapped. "This is my niece. She's my responsibility." Amora lifted her head slightly, just enough for me to see her face. Her big, brown eyes were filled with tears, her cheeks streaked with dirt. She wasn't crying anymore, though. Her expression wasn't fear, it was something colder, emptier, like she'd given up. "She's a child," I said, my voice firmer now. "You can't treat her like this."
The woman laughed, a harsh, bitter sound. "Treat her like what? You don't know what this girl is. Her mother dumped her on me and ran off. Do you know how much I've sacrificed for her? Do you know how much trouble she causes? She's not a burden," I said, anger rising in my chest. "She's a kid, and you're not going to hit her again." Her glare hardened. "You're going to teach me how to raise her, fine." She tossed the belt to the ground and grabbed her bag. "Take her. Let her be your problem." Without another word, she stormed off down the street, muttering curses under her breath. I looked back at Amora, still crouched in the dirt. She didn't look after the woman, she didn't move at all. I crouched down a few feet away, careful not to get too close. "Are you okay?" I asked softly. She didn't answer, but she glanced at me, her eyes flickering with a mix of confusion and wariness. "What's your name?" I tried Amora, she...
"Okay," I said. "Let's get you something to eat. Then we'll figure this out." I held out my hand. For a long moment, she just stared at it, like she wasn't sure if she should take it. Then, finally, her small, dirt-smudged fingers reached out and grabbed mine. Her grip was light, hesitant, but it was enough. We walked together to the market, her steps slow and uncertain. I kept glancing down at her, this tiny, frail girl who had been left to fend for herself in a world that didn't seem to care. I didn't know what I was going to do, or how I could help her, but as I felt her hand tighten around mine, I knew one thing for sure. She wasn't going to be alone anymore.
Thanks for watching. If you loved the story, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you have other stories you would love us to share to the world, please leave your story in the comment section below. Stay blessed.